Welcome to the Charlie Spice Show. I'm your host, Charlie Spice. This is a weekly live stream talk show that features news, reviews, and interviews on topics which are salacious, taboo, and of course, controversial. If you have an interesting and compelling story to share with our viewers, I invite you to be a guest on my show. Simply contact our production team at charliespice@gmail.com. You can also reach us via Twitter at charliespice, or you can visit our website at charliespice.com. Thank you for tuning in to our show. Okay, here we are. This is another episode of the Charlie Spice Show. It's good to be back. Today we have a very interesting discussion, and it's with one of perhaps the most famous personalities on social media in Barbados, Sherry-Ann Norris. People thought that I was having a show with Sherry-Ann and Natalie at the same time, but that would have been too much bacchanal. No way that was possible. So today we're going to have a discussion with Sherry-Ann, and this show has been building up all week. I've had no less than 200 messages from people about the show. When is it going to be? How can we see it? Well, here we are. And I'm going to set the tone of the show and give you a sense of what it's all about. Because people are wondering, how did this beef, this bacchanal, this battle royale started with Sherry-Ann and of course, the most famous prostitute in Barbados, and this is self-proclaimed, by the way, Natalie, and we're going to talk about it today. We're going to get the inside story. So let's share this video with you, and then we're going to bring Sherry-Ann into the frame.
You girl, you wake up. You at something?
Yeah, me at something. Good. Oh, Natalie still talking about you. For real? Bet.
Pretty girl, pretty girl, pretty girls on the horizon and selling cunt when the night comes. Pretty girls want beef with a boss man. Call our sis, my scabby comes to finish it. Here what? I'm after me pan a night. I am my base, snuggle up tight. Natalie, what you think I'm studying you? And you open the road, Botley Jew. Like your pussy is stale. And quite frankly, you let you got it on sale. Wanna know why the pretty girl hit me? I get cash vertically. Why you got suck, cock, bull, fuck? Bitch, I home in the book. I got blind who call you a Barbie bitch, cause you already got the look. Bitch, please. So call the pretty girls, all the pretty girls, call the pretty girls, let me take for pretty girls. Pretty girls on the horizon and selling cunt when the nights come. Pretty girls get fucked in the bush, so the pretty girls can't dress us. Pretty girls got fucked for the rent, without men them can't make a cent. The pretty whores take cash for fuck, and they spent money from the nose up. A pretty girl got a holiday cruise, next day back to bottle and Jew. Pretty girl, you got suck, cock, bull, fuck when they home in my bed. And you think that I really ain't for you, bitch? Make that make sense. You got suck, cock, bull, fuck. Bitch, I know you ain't bright, but me and my cats and my self-respect does become a lot sweet on the night. You got suck, cock, bull, fuck when they home in my bed. And the fact that you think that you ballin' girl does got my head set. You got suck, cock,
Sherry-Ann, I want to thank you very much for agreeing to come on the show today. This is going to be such an exciting conversation. And that video, if that did not set the tone for this discussion, I don't know what would set the tone. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Thank you for having me, Charlie. And you were absolutely right. I am the most influential person, female and male, in Barbados altogether.
You certainly are. Absolutely. Okay. I've been waiting all week to say this live on air. And I'm sure you can appreciate this. I'm sure this Natalie may not like this, but here it goes. Pretty girl.
Perfectly said. Pretty girl.
Okay. You have so much to tell us. So much to tell us.
Yes,
how did this problem begin between you and Natalie, this beef?
Well, people think that it started with the Pretty Girl video, but the Pretty Girl video was really like the end, the culmination of the back and forth me and Natalie had for like a 2-month span.
Yeah.
This, Charlie would never believe how this started. This started because I talked about Rihanna's Super Bowl performance, you know?
Oh?
Charlie, I'm minding my business, talking about Rihanna's Super Bowl performance, the bare nonsense. I don't care if Rihanna was pregnant. She could have got somebody else to do it. I ain't care. To me, Rihanna's performance was poor and boring. Charlie, that's all I say. That's all I say, Charlie. Quick, so somebody send me some snaps. Natalie talking about me. Natalie, take up fire rate for Rihanna.
Oh Jesus! Okay, okay. I had no clue how it started, you know. So thanks for sharing that. So how did it build up? So she responded with her comments, and you know, Natalie's comments can be quite hardcore. So exactly. What did you actually say?
Exactly. So it started with obviously my comments on Rihanna's Super Bowl performance. So the person has sent me a link with Natalie going live and saying that was Sherry-Ann Norris always talking about somebody. That's how it started. No, never before have I heard Natalie mention my name in all the years that she's been on social media. I've been on social media. She has never ever once mentioned my name. So this was the first time. I said, this what brought the camera back. Me talking about Rihanna. Now I've said some sideways things about Natalie over the years, but this is what that Natalie to open. She won't be talking about Rihanna. So she was like, that was Sherry. I always got said it's about somebody. And she always at karaoke in a leggings and a t-shirt with the tape right roll she had.
Okay.
that was the first video that Natalie did addressing me.
Oh shoot. So I mean, how did you feel about that? And then how did you respond?
Charlie, I was shook. I was like, that's what I said. I cannot believe that this is what Natalie decided to speak up against. So I am very open on social media. People who have been following me for years know that I got alopecia. Everybody should know by now that my hair patchy. I have never had. I got hemorrhoids in a secret. So when she started talking about the thing with karaoke in the leggings, I've seen Natalie probably in person twice in my life. Okay. So somebody would have had to tell she, or maybe she would have seen the videos on my page. I always at karaoke, Charlie. I don't get away. I don't get enough fat. I used to be at karaoke. So everything she said in that little clip was true. I always at karaoke in a leggings and a t-shirt and a pair of slippers with a black thing around my head because of covering a patch. And I was like, okay, well, this is my moment here because this is what people might not understand about social media. The back and forth is great. I love it. So I was happy that she started it up so I could clap back at Natalie now officially. So this was my clap back for Natalie because the joke is, you know, Natalie up on my case because she said I was a math, to use her word, a mathematician. I ain't too sure if that's the same as a mathematician, right? And I always, so she making the point as somebody who always talking about people and who's supposed to be so educated. Why is it that I always in a leggings and a t-shirt? Why on the hashtag pretty girl?
Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Yeah.
So that's the basis of our whole back and forth. Her point is, and if I could speak on behalf of Miss Natalie, her point is, if I so educated and supposed to got so much money and doing so well, why I don't dress up?
Okay. Oh.
So let me show you now the video that was my first ever clap back at Natalie that started the ball rolling.
Okay, all right. Let's listen.
I got it right here for you. It is the best clap back possible. If I could find it, Charlie, because this was every sense, you know. Good, here we go. Can you see the glare?
Yeah, there's a glare, but it's okay.
Over.
Now I can finally afford a dress sweet like that.
That read the internet, Charlie. That was it. That read the
I
internet.
know. I can imagine. My God. You know, people do not appreciate the amount of creativity that goes into stuff like this. You know, and if you've got an end game, you know, you've got a strategy behind it, it could really work well for you in terms of PR. I'm not so sure if Natalie uses the internet and social media to her full advantage. She gets a lot of following, but to what end? What are your thoughts on that and her creativity using social media?
I agree with you 100%. And I have always said that, you know, I would like to have a conversation with Natalie as being like the reigning queen and king of social media. I am very calculated and manipulated when I do things, you know. I always have an end goal. So when I start doing love back and forth, when I start talking, I always trying to promote some of my business. I always trying to do something behind it. So I always wanted to have a conversation with Natalie and be like, use the most popular thing on the social media right now. But like, you just get paid for some of these ads that you got for your page, at least. Charlie, I know, but I feel like in Natalie's mind, the payment is a free dress, the payment is a free hairdo, the payment.
Absolutely.
Natalie, that's not how you do it, because nobody can post name for my picture, go pay me cash.
Absolutely. No, I totally agree with you. Tell me, what inspired you to start doing these videos? Let's talk about the one you just did and the one that I shared in the beginning of this this episode.
Well, you know, I've been on social media at least a decade now. This is from Facebook days, transitioning down to Instagram. I lost my Instagram page at 60,000 followers. I had the most followers at one point. And like, no, I just like, whatever. You know, Charlie, there's my side. There's my entertainment purposes, basically. You understand? This is my stress relief because I'm a creative as well. Because you mentioned it. You have to be creative to come up with some of the stupidness that I put on the internet.
Do you get help from other creative people to create your videos?
Absolutely not. I think all other major creators are corny. I don't watch none of them things because it's me looking at other people's stuff like, y'all so boring. Y'all need to put some pizzazz on the stuff called the boring and the corny, in my opinion, Charlie. So no, I do not look at anybody else stuff. I sit down and, you know, but like that would be in my mind. I'd be like, that'd be funny, you know. Boom, take up my phone and do it. Like for instance, the same video that I show you. I'm making the point that everybody know. Oh Lord, Natalie is respectfully. Natalie is a prostitute. Respectfully, Charlie, right?
Yeah, okay,
but
yes.
The point that I am making is Natalie's dressed up, she's dressed up red. Nobody can take it away from the Barbie. The Barbie is a pretty girl. She's dressed real sweet. The point that I am making is she's got both to get these things. Versus me, who got a real life business, who's met money, as I say in the Pretty Girl song, vertically. I've met money from the nose up. So that's just my little back and forth from Natalie. That's all it is.
You know, when you're involved in a taboo profession like prostitution, you got to be careful throwing stones because you become the perfect target for anyone who you make angry at you, actually. You know what I mean? So you got to be very careful. You know, you can't be throwing stones. And why would a prostitute throw stones or say bad things about anyone else anyway? I mean, my God, you know, we've got our own, you know, they've got their own crosses to bear, you know. So give me some reactions. Tell me some reactions you got from your followers to the videos that we just shared.
But my followers, the people who have been subscribing to the Sharianne Morris tomfoolery are accustomed to my type of comedy. They're accustomed to my kind of niche. These is my people. Yeah. So obviously that song hit like big rock, right? Because people, you know, like Sharianne like a lot of comedy, Sharianne like a lot of skit, Sharianne's an idiot, basically. So they expect that, and they will always talk about how, you know, you want to release a crossover song. So I want to thank Natalie. I want to thank you, love, because you were the perfect person to help me launch my soca career. Thank you, Natalie. You're sweet. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because I was like, I could clap back at Natalie in the little skits and the little videos I do, but the clap back in a song is what really sell it for me, yeah?
I can imagine. My God. Have you ever had any face-to-face communication or over the phone with Natalie? And if so, what sort of communication did you have? What was it like?
I think thinking maybe about 7 years ago. That was a long time ago because I am a fan of Natalie. I never hate the fact that I absolutely love Natalie.
Yeah.
I think that Natalie's resilience is actually really admirable. Natalie don't care, and that is what most Bajans cannot touch when it comes to Natalie or even myself.
True.
It is what it is with Natalie. Either self
Don't leave me out, you know. Don't leave me out, you know. I'm in that group too, you know.
And you, Charlie Spice, and you, right? So the fact that she's so open with her life and it is what it is what I admire about Natalie, right?
Yes,
so
yes.
For me, it's like the reactions as far as social media and stuff like that. She's a perfect candidate, and I love that she don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You can say what you like about Natalie. She doesn't care. She can be a politician tomorrow. God bless. She come back self and see. I love it. I love it. She ain't hiding it. It is what it is. She gonna try something. It might fail. She gonna try something else and come back. So while people are expecting a real hatred between, I can't speak for Natalie. Natalie might hate my guts. I know. But on my end, I have always been a fan of Natalie's resilience as a woman.
Yes. You know, I'm glad you mentioned her short stint in politics because I was a part of that journey with Natalie as her campaign manager for a short while. But it got to a point where it became impossible for me to continue. So I resigned, and she's never forgiven me since then. But anyway, it's not about that. Do you think that, okay, Natalie could never have won? That was never my intention. I don't know. I mean, she thought she could. This is my feeling, but I never thought she could. But I thought that she could have made, she could have sent a message to the community that even a prostitute can run. And, you know, and I think, and there were opportunities that, collateral opportunities that could have come from that. And some did come, but Natalie did not handle it right. What are your thoughts on that short stint and how she could have or should have managed that?
Charlie, I don't want to tell you this every sense, but you ran wrong. You wronger than wrong, Charlie. How you can send a message that a fucking prostitute that ain't got an education can be a so politician? Charlie, don't do it ever again. That she part. How you can do that, Charlie? That's not a good message. No, I can understand the fervor to do something different with her life. Natalie, we love that for you. But as a politician or somebody who will be in government, etc., we expect you to have some intellect, some academia, some actual thought, some actual things.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, we don't want you to just look pretty in a little outfit. Natalie, bless your heart for trying, thank you, but leave it to the actual intelligent people to run for office, please. And Charlie, we will talk later because when they decide to run, but I'm sure yet. But when they decide to run, I'm coming for you.
I want to share something with you. You know, I knew she could never win. Okay, and that was not the objective. It was to send the message. And also, as part of an organization called the Adult Industry Association, I had a responsibility to provide support to her because she is in my industry, and I felt a need to do so, and I tried. But I also thought that if it was handled properly, the publicity that she could have had. I mean, she was featured in newspapers and magazines all over Europe. I mean, I got calls from New York production companies. They even came down to Barbados to do an interview, from prostitute to politician, and nothing came of it because she didn't even show up for the interview. She did not. Yeah. I don't know why. You know, perfect opportunity to promote herself, not necessarily become a candidate. A politician in Parliament, because that would never have happened. So anyway, go ahead.
Into that before we move on from this point, I think the problem is because Natalie herself is not an intellect. We know, oh Jesus Christ, we know she ain't the sharpest tool, as she said. It would have been a beautiful story for a prostitute to be a politician if she had any sense.
And there's precedence. It was done before, actually. It was done before. Yeah. So no, we that was an interesting experience. And I remember she said that she would never go back to Bush Hill after the experience. But you know, things happen in life. I'm not gonna cry down for that.
But Charlie, not only do things happen in life, you know what I mean? But it should send a message to the women in Barbados. Yeah. People, this is my problem with people, Charlie. And this always want to fight people, but not for real. But this is my problem with people. Bajans will tell you need to be educated to get through my life. I have shown time and time again that I am educated. And I get you off of my education. But yet still, you educated and people still telling you shouldn't be like that. Pick a struggle, Bajans. You
Yeah.
want
Yep.
me to be educated or not? Because I have proven that based on my education, I'm a success. Though mine is a cunt for social media. That's different things. Right? But here was an opportunity for somebody who wasn't educated and that didn't get you because they were not educated.
Yes, that I'm getting some messages coming on my WhatsApp here. I'm sure you're probably getting some as well. So people are we have over 150 people, 141 people viewing right now. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. And if at any point in time you want to come into the studio to ask a question, you'll only be allowed one, maybe two questions, because we're not taking the spotlight away from Sherry-Ann today. You're welcome to do so. Just send me a WhatsApp and I will send you back the link to come into the studio. Also, I want to share another video. This is the video that Natalie sent to someone in my circle after she found out that I had invited you to do an interview. Now, I had every intention of inviting her as well, but not at the same time. And she blatantly refused. She categorically refused. As a matter of fact, she did more than that. And I'm going to play the video to prove that she did more than that. Here we go.
Avete abuse Charlie Price so thing. Awaiting. Let this interview go on. I got done Instagram with it. What I ever done? I got built up whatever I done by your so me she got beef, she want clothes, she want friends. Your so me with the friends. I got abused to the stink look.
Natalie's response to her finding out that I had invited you on the show. By the way, there's someone by the name of Shackle who is shouting you out. He wants me to say hello to Sherry-Ann. So here we go. Sherry-Ann, hello from Shackle. He's tuned into the show. A number of people said hi as well here too. So, hey, we're off to a great start. Well, how do you view Natalie as a prostitute? And I'm saying this because you did a video where you explain the kind of money she probably is making from blowjobs, from anal sex, and and you did a calculation which resonated with me, okay? Because I understand. And how do you view her as a prostitute and the fact that she's not doing in my opinion and yours what she should be doing? What are your thoughts on that?
I think that's one of the things that I had wanted to talk to Natalie about, because I'm like, Natalie is 40, I'm 38. I have, lefty pussy, tired. God be tired by now, you pooch too. So when you go on the streets and you see the amount of young women, they're young, sprightly, beautiful young women on the side of the street, I am sure Natalie can't compete with them people. On top of it, a lot of men, I am guessing, I am assuming or presuming, don't necessarily want to be involved with Natalie because they want the dirty Harvey treatment.
Yeah.
So
yes.
In my humble opinion, I don't know, maybe she could come on later and clarify, or the line that she could do later, she could clarify it for us. I am sure Natalie ain't really making the money as a prostitute, right? But what I'm saying, she is the most, over me, yeah? She is the most polarizing person on the internet. And if you, Natalie, got 6,000-7,000 people on a live and they see she started to do it a certain way where like people would give you like giveaways and stuff like that, Natalie, as a friend, as your biggest fan, I hope you are capitalizing on these business places that are trying to leech off of your popularity. I charge people to snap in my IGs, Natalie. Don't ask for the hairdo, don't ask for the free taste, don't ask for the ticket, try to ask for money because your pussy ain't working for you no more.
I have a suspicion that Natalie got 7 votes in the elections. I believe you're one of those votes. What do you?
Listen, as much, and I don't know if she's joking or not, but like I have nothing against Natalie, and I love that. Like I love Natalie's resilience, and she, she don't kind of spirit. She's never said anything about me that made me like cower and shame or anything. And then my back broad too. So like she plugged my life, Charlie. I be honest, life let me malicious say honest, like laughing. She's funny. The whole thing, well, I got money, she got money, she need to go to Brazil and get she hairdo. It's funny, it is entertaining for me.
You know, you are looking at it from a different perspective. I fear that Natalie is taking it too seriously. As a matter of fact, people have been asking, what do I think would happen if you and Natalie ever got into the same room inadvertently? What do you think about that? Because I don't know if she's taking it in stride the way you are, because there's a benefit here to this. It's not, you know, and I hope you guys carry it on. But what do you think would be the outcome if you and Natalie became we're in the same room face to face? What do you think?
Charlie, I can only speak from where I am mentally. I was see Natalie, and I was a pretty girl, and then I know she could jump, kick me, hug me, spit in my face. I don't fucking know, Charlie. That's up to Natalie. But as for me, I don't have anything against Natalie. I think that the back and forth is financially beneficial for me. I hope she continue casting me for life. God, let that love it. But as far as me and Natalie, there's no bad blood between me and Natalie. I cannot speak on behalf of Natalie though.
Natalie also sent a message to me through my assistant, and let me see if I can bring it up. And you're gonna love this one. You're gonna love it. You see you bullying Charlie Spice. You barking up the wrong tree. Cause I despise you also as I despise Frowsy.
Yes.
That was the message after the video that she sent. Now, I do not know, as much as I would love to, I've never had the pleasure of bullying Natalie. I don't know where this came from. I don't think she's never seen me bullying anyone, so I don't know what's the basis for saying that. But anyway, she's angry, and you know, I'm sure Natalie's watching this now. Let me say, Natalie, if things get really bad and I just want to know I got money in my pocket and bring your box here and come. That's all I can say. That's the beginning. That's the beginning of a song that for crop over. I think I can ask you to help me to create a song around that. Natalie, bring your box here and come.
Bring your box here. Come and got you covered, Charlie. Bring your box here and come. I love it. Yes, I love it. I don't take her threat seriously. Somewhere deep in my spirit, in my heart, I feel like Natalie is not that serious to Natalie too, because she on block whatever. She could have messaged me and tell me something real sideways. She could have find me if she want me, Charlie. So in my mind, it's not that serious to Natalie too. So I hope that is the case. I should say.
You know, it's really I'm really happy we're having this conversation, because it's good for people to see. I mean, there are people who know you fine, but there are many people who don't, and those who don't and they're watching now, I'm very happy that they have the opportunity to see another side to you besides what comes out of these videos, because I find it hard to compare these two individuals, to be honest with you. But I have to say, you're doing a phenomenal job. How do you plan to leverage this in the future? All this popularity and publicity and good PR you're getting out of this. Where do you see yourself in the near future with all of with the success from this banter between you and Natalie?
Well, what people need to understand that I was popular and popping way before Natalie. I have had polarizing videos that make it to Nation News. I see me and Motley alone. I know me and Motley know my name. So I am accustomed to being on social media and saying things that people must say don't got the balls to say. So I have garnered the reputation of being unapologetic and being educated and being polarizing, of course, right? And it has benefited my business. As much as people say they don't want to send the children to me, whatever. Because there are people out there who you know what, Sherry, I agree with everything. Every single thing you say, I agree with it. You take that, they got children too? That's my clients.
I'm glad you mentioned that, because I often wonder how this impacts on your career as an educator. I didn't want to go into that, but you just mentioned it, so I'm going to have to ask a question. How much has it impacted your career as an educator, publishing these hardcore videos?
Charlie, I have done extremely well. I am 38. I started a business doing lessons and I'm retired. I hired a fleet of tutors, so I don't teach anymore. I am in a position at 38. I retired, Charlie. I paid my tutors to teach you Sarah. So children that everybody said they couldn't teach my child. I retired, sweetheart. I got you, Charlie. I got you. I was so bored last year. Tell myself I'm doing that and I got nothing to do with myself. So let me go back to you. I got you. We doing philosophy with a 3.7
Nice.
here.
Nice.
So
Fantastic.
Charlie, so for these sluts, excuse my language, these sluts that have been praying for my downfall, this social media is the reason that I am successful, because as much as people share negativity about me, the positivity that I do in real life as a mathematician follows just the same way. So as much as when I hear, don't mind she, somebody say, listen, let me tell you, I said my grandson, God bless, he come from a D to get 100% in math. Don't mind people try to send each other lessons. Send them. We got some cat. Send them.
We have a few messages in the chat room on the right side of the screen. Look, I can't even watch busy because I'll put this one up on the screen actually. Here we go. This is a message that we've got there. And another person is saying, bigging up Sherry.
I think me and Natalie was good until I dropped the pretty girl video. That's what I'm saying. The pretty girl video was the culmination of everything. There's no answer back for that song. So I think it caught her off guard because we cool. I mean, in my mind, we cool. But as long as Natalie could continue talking about me and telling me that I frozen and I musty, I think that I within my rights to say some cartoon.
Absolutely. There are many individuals watching. We've now gone up to 200. If you have any questions that you would like to pose to Sherry Ann, you can drop them in the message box on the right, or you can send it via WhatsApp, either to her personally or to me, and we'll be more than happy to address your question. At this point, I am going to give a shout out for our sponsors. We need to look after the sponsors, so we'll be right back. This episode of the Charlie Spice Show is sponsored by Property Maintenance Network, an online recruitment platform for housekeepers, plumbers, carpenters, gardeners, electricians, and other property maintenance and cleaning professionals. Property owners, property managers, and other employers are also invited to use our platform to recruit professionals on a short-term or long-term basis. It is free to subscribe to the PMN platform. For more information, visit our website at propertymaintenance.network. Okay, we're back. Natalie is obviously watching this.
Hey, Natalie.
She, pretty girl. Listen, let me shut up before let me shut up, because I can't take that kind of heat anymore. I'm getting old. All right, you're younger than I am. Okay, what would you like to say to Natalie? She's watching this. Yeah. Let's talk to Natalie. What do you want to say to Natalie?
Well, Natalie, I would have said all the things that I said over the lives and over the years and stuff like that. I really respect your resilience for not having a shame in your game. And I think that 99% of the Bajan women that would have gone through or lived your life would have been suicidal. So I really tap you on your shoulder, because you're a resilient woman, and I respect that. Yeah, oh Jesus Christ, yeah, the smartest tool in the check. Fine. But I do love how you would have hustled through the years, and I do love how you would have made a name for yourself. And no matter what happens to you, you still come back and plug in life, and it is what it is. Nobody can't get you down. And that's all I gotta say. I wanted to work. I wanted to do something together, but if you're not ready, and we could go back and forth for a couple more weeks, that's a problem. But I just want you to know we soon start for me, so I'm gonna all that thing away. So hurry up.
I just posted another message. I haven't read it yet, but someone posted that in the chat room. Let me see what they're saying. Okay, we're getting some traction here. Very good. I also have to say I have the greatest respect for Natalie coming out and being very open and being apologetic for being a prostitute. As
Yeah.
everyone knows that the sex industry is my industry. I've been involved in it for many years. So there's no way I could be against Natalie for this. I'm not even upset that she's cursing at me, by the way. I think that if she keeps cursing at me, it'll probably make the show a lot more successful. Huh? Do you think there's a possibility that you and Natalie can make up and become friends?
I think we are friends. I don't understand what you're saying, Charlie. I know she's my friend. I don't know if I'm her friend, but we are friends. And I think what Bajans are not a little, very hypocritical, because Bajans love this drama even more than me and Natalie like this drama, right? So this whole, oh, y'all need to stop with this back and forth, and that's women, because when I want to see two women can hash the canter, when I want me and Natalie just fight, basically. So in my mind, the back and forth is good for me. There's no rush for me and Natalie to make amends or anything like that. We could do like this forever, in my opinion.
I still don't think that Natalie sees it the way you do. I think that you have the right attitude towards this. I'm sure you will be happy to become Natalie's friends, but it's probably not in your best interest to become friends right now, because this bacchanal is quite publicized, and it's good for ratings, it's good for viewership and for followers. So, but I don't think she is thinking like that. I have had the opportunity to study Natalie, and I think she needs to cool it. I think she needs to do what she's doing, but just put it in the right perspective. I think the anger is very much to the core. I don't think it's the way you're seeing it. What do you think about that?
I can sympathize with how she's feeling as well, because as somebody who is on social media, especially women on social media, we have it rough. People are extremely nasty and negative to women on social media. So if Natalie feels bitter towards Bajans, I can completely relate and sympathize with it, because me too, Charlie, I say, oh, tell me hate Ross, so Bajan don't get tired of me. They want to see me out, don't come and talk to me, because I hate Bajans, because they will be with you one time and fully against you the next time. So I can understand the bitterness Natalie could feel towards Bajans, and even me too, because I would have reached out to Natalie in the past too. But there's nobody really helping Natalie.
Yes.
And to put it bluntly, she needs the help, and not in a pitiful way. But even me as a mathematician, if it wasn't for my, prowess to be an entrepreneur, God knows what would happen to me. There are no jobs that Natalie Goblin could come off the street and hold up on a job. Natalie need help. And I don't mean that as a pitiful way. Natalie need help. So over the years, Natalie would have had she rise and falls. And of course, we got leeches that coming on, just trying to write on her fame. And then she end up back at square one. Now, you can make the argument that is because of she's nasty, stinking mouth, that she back at square one and nobody want to help she. But at the end of the day, I can understand if she feels hatred towards Bajans, because Bajans ain't easy, and I hate when the sluts too.
They are very unforgiving. So I think you, Natalie, and me, we can attest to that. Of course, I have had my licks as well, But fortunately, you have an education to fall back on. Natalie doesn't. I contrary to what people might think, I do not have an education beyond Commonwealth School. But I've traveled a lot, and that gave me a hell of an education, and I was able to put that to very good use. And but I fear for Natalie, and I too, like you, would love to be able to communicate on a serious level with Natalie and see what we can come up with as a solution for her short term and long term. Because when you get to a certain stage in this prostitution game, you have little to no value. And it can be really hard, and I sympathize, I empathize, and I too would like to have a word if she would entertain me, if she would give me an audience. Probably not.
But I hope with these, people will obviously be gassing up Natalie too, because that's the negativity with these stinking Bajans. Bajans just like a lot of drama, and I manipulate them for my benefit, but maybe not Natalie. So I hope, Natalie, that you listening to within the hearing of our voices, whoever in your ear that making you feel like, not me, Charlie can't help you. You need to get these people out of your corner, because people genuinely care about you, Natalie. I can understand why you might not think so, but people genuinely want to help you. Stop wrestling, cursing everybody that trying to help you. What the fuck are you?
Yeah, but who knows? Well, maybe this show is the ideal opportunity to get the right message across. But I still encourage you both to keep this bacchanal going. This is interesting. The people love it, and there's a lot to be had from this. So, but yeah, I'm very happy you've decided to come. I have another video, by the way, to share, and I want your commentary on this video. This is a more recent video. Let me find it here. And I'm so happy you decided to come on this show, darling. You have no idea. I'm enjoying this. All right, here we go. There we go.
You know, I can't help it, folks. When it's raining and outside so wet and cold, and I'm home in warmth and comfort, I just can't help but think, I wonder how Natalie doing. How do you had it treating you, boo?
Tell us about this video. What inspired that video?
Now, I would give some advice to people, especially women in Barbados. If you left out the social media drama, right? Because as I said at the beginning, if you can't take nobody at you so all the time for no reason, out the blue saw Charlie just for no reason, and Natalie were met when a suicidal. I was just saying my page ain't nothing again on Natalie. What customer no more? Natalie like she done with us. So I just start back at Natalie. That's all I was. I do all of that just to start back at Natalie.
Somebody is making a comment here. I have to share this with you. Charlie, please stop advocating for Sharia to collab with Nat. You want to fuck up my fun or what? Let them go at it.
Let me and Natalie have fun for me. I'm on the internet. We ain't doing nobody nothing. Let me.
Well, when the time comes that you two decide to collaborate on anything, I think there's also a tremendous benefit from something like that in a different direction, obviously. But because you two are so popular, and you have your Natalie is well liked by her audience, and I could understand that. The wow. Any we're almost at the end of this episode. Actually, I'm sorry to say that, but in closing, what would you like to say?
I'm happy to take this opportunity for people to see me closer to the limelight of how we live in real life. When I said I hate Bajans, Charlie, I mean Bajans with a certain mentality.
Yes.
And I don't mean the people who obviously, I will follow me on IG over the years. Those people have gotten to know me. And the mentality I hate about Bajans is that when you break away and you create a lane for yourself, Bajans don't do anything to support it. They would literally stand up on your back to stop you from going forward. That's a crab in the barrel mentality. I have carved a lane as my name, Math Scabicle. I am a mathematician in a real life, and I am a scabicle too. Like, I like what I like, and I didn't feel like selling out my personality. Imagine all this personality teaching in school. If I the teacher when I dumped the children, when one got there to laugh at Parasa IG, y'all should thank me. Y'all should thank me for being able to separate me as a mathematician, me working, and separate my creativity and what I like to do as fun. People and the people who follow me and the people who will send the children to lessons and stuff like that are people just like us. People who understand you're educated. Yes, you're educated, but you have your own life. I want Bajans to understand that I am going to live my life. Full stop. That's why I like Natalie. Call Natalie can live she life.
Absolutely.
And Charlie Spice gonna live he life. So for all of those bitches who have sold their lives just to get a little pissy job or a little position, I'm sorry for winner, but I am going to continue being a mathematician and a scabicle at the same time.
Well, in closing, I would remind you that I'm going to come to you to get some help with some lyrics, but I've got some words in mind here. Let me know how you like me now. Natalie, bring your boxy income. I got money, I got dick, you got boxy. Bring it quick, Natalie. Bring your boxy and come. Is it?
It's a hit, Charlie. Charlie, it's a hit. It's a hit, Charlie. It's a hit.
Okay. In all seriousness, no, look. Shout out to Natalie. Big love for Natalie. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it in proper perspective. Sharianne, I want to thank you very much for coming on the show. It has been, I enjoyed it immensely. I hope we can get together again on the show and from a different angle and talk some more. So really, I do appreciate you taking the time to come on the show. But that is all we have for today, folks. If you want to come on the Charlie Spice Show, feel free to reach out to me. My number is 831-1960. Let me know what you want to talk about. And as long as it is taboo, controversial, salacious, we can talk. Don't bring no ordinary nonsense to me. I ain't interested in that at all. I can take a book out of Sharianne's, a leaf out of Sharianne's book, sorry. Okay? All right. Well, look, that's all for now, folks. Thank you very much, Sharianne. Love you. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Unfortunately, we have come to the end of this episode of the Charlie Spice Show. I would like to thank our sponsors, guests, and our production team. I would also like to thank our listeners for tuning in and giving us an audience. We appreciate your support. If you have an interesting story to share with our audience, we invite you to be a guest on the show. Please contact our production team at charliespice@gmail.com, Twitter @charliespice, or visit our website at charliespice.com. We hope you enjoyed our broadcasts. You can listen to a repeat of this episode in the archives at any time in the future. Simply go to our website and follow the links. I'm your host, Charlie Spice, saying goodbye for now. Peace. I'm out.